Hello. So this is my first free online class from our little family. And this is going to be a grounding class. It's open to all levels. And Fitz, you want to pop your head in here? And my boyfriend
Might be big.
is going to be the model. So it's open to all levels. It's really about standing poses and getting grounded. Okay? All right. So, and she's my little helper. Okay, so Fitzjoy, go ahead and lie on your back with your feet facing the wall. And so we'll start in Supta Tadasana, okay? And so go ahead and lie down and move your feet so they're touching the wall. Yeah, and then take a moment to look at your feet, okay? And so for the people at home, all you really need is a wall space. If you have blocks and a strap, even better. Okay, good. And then go ahead and turn your palms up. That's it. Close your eyes and find your breath, okay? So when you start to check in, lengthen through the back of the neck. Draw the chin slightly in towards the chest. Turn the palms up. So you're rolling your inner arms towards the ceiling. Come on, enjoy. And then as you roll the inner arms to the ceiling, let your shoulder heads drop down. Okay. And then continue to bring your awareness into your body, grounding the legs. So the top of the thighs are rooted down. Push these down. And at the same time, so your body's active. As the thighs press down, lift the lower belly up. So you begin to lengthen the curve in your lower back. And then continue to check in with the legs, rolling the upper inner thighs down. Good, and continue to lengthen the tailbone. Notice if you feel more length in the front of the thighs. All right, and then make sure your feet are completely flat against the wall. So begin to spread your toes. Good, press into what's called the corners of the feet. All right, now move into the sound of the breath. Ujjayi. So Ujjayi comes from the base of your throat. You can say it sounds like the ocean, waves, but it's the breath that is key. And it's our mantra. And as our mind wanders off, which is very common, continue to pull yourself back. Pull yourself back to your breath and keep your awareness in your body, at least for the next 45 minutes. Okay, one more long breath. Good. And then go ahead and open your eyes and begin by interlacing your fingers. Reach the fingers towards the ceiling. And inhale, take the arms overhead. Good. And as the arms go overhead, continue to press strongly down into your feet and specifically the mound of the big toe. So as the mound of the big toes are pressing down, good. Roll your upper inner thighs down. Continue to draw your front ribs towards the back of the body. So take a big exhale. Good, through your nose. And your upper back should stay on the floor as if there was a strap right at your upper back. Keep that part of your back grounded. Lower back is long. Sides of the waist are toning. Okay, now separate the arms and turn the palms parallel to one another. And then continue to spin your outer arms to the ceiling. So outer, upper arms, they roll. Your inner arms move down away from your ears. Good. And then Fitzgerald, try to put your back on the floor. So exhale. Hug the front ribs towards the back body. Okay. Okay, one more breath here. And then hug your right knee into your chest. Good. So we're going to take a hamstring stretch, and the strap is really helpful. All right, straighten your right leg and put the strap around your foot for Supta Padangusthasana. Okay, I'll take my slippers off. All right, now, your left inner thigh still stays active. So roll the upper inner thigh down to the floor as if you had a heavy weight. Continue to anchor the left thigh. Okay, and then I'm going to be a little bit of a prop here for Fitzjoy. So press your right thigh into my shoulder. Yeah, so it's a little counterintuitive. A lot of us want to pull the foot to the head. Actually think of moving your right thigh away from you. So your hips, that's it. Your hips begin to level. And I'm giving him some pressure right now. And as he pulls his foot back towards himself, he continues to descend the front thigh. Yeah, press the front thigh towards the hamstring. All right, and then Fitzgerald, take your left arm out to the side and turn your palm flat. Okay, so try to keep your whole left side of the body grounded. And as you exhale, take your right leg out to the side. Okay, so this is Supta Padangusthasana B. Now there's a tendency for the left side of the body to follow. So luckily he has me and I'm grounding the left thigh. But if I weren't here, he might roll over like he's doing now. So flex your right foot, pull the right foot away from you. Good. And now ground the left side of the body. Press the left shoulder down, press the left thigh down, and then externally rotate your right leg. Roll the inner thigh to the outer thigh. Good. Okay, notice the twisting action. Try to keep your navel rolling towards the left shoulder. And then inhale back to center. Good. Now hold the strap with both hands. And then exhale, take a sit up. Bring your head to your leg. Inhale, head down. And then I'll take the strap off and exhale, release your leg. Good. Okay, and then once again, get a little closer to the wall so you're able to keep your feet straight. For a lot of us, the feet turn out naturally. Keep them straight to lengthen the front and the back of the thighs. Okay, and then hug your left knee into your chest. And then go ahead and take your left leg up towards the ceiling. Good. Hold the strap. And then same thing. So activate your right thigh. So in the practice, we want to keep our body active so our mind has something to focus or to hold on to. Okay, now with your left foot, spread the toes, pull the pinky toe side of the foot back towards you. Good. And now continue to press your left thigh into me. Okay, keep pressing. So not so much the knee, but the upper thigh. There you go. Keep pressing. Sound like a cowgirl. Keep pressing the top of the left thigh away from your waist. Outer left hip goes down. Good. Now flex your heel a little bit more. Do you feel how that gets into the belly of the hamstring more? And relax the eyebrows. No need to tense the eyebrows right now.
You should be a comedian.
Nice, smooth breath. All right, now place your right arm out to the side, turn your palm down, and then exhale, take your left leg out to the side.
You're the one laughing, honey.
Now as you flex your left foot, press your left thigh down, but your sitting bones are level. So think of your left sitting bone rolling under your body and trying to touch the right sitting bone. So level the sit bones. Good. And then lift the abdomen, find your breath. Continue to press the right side of the shoulder down and the right thigh down. Good. And then from there, keep resisting. I'm going to let go of the leg and flex and extend your whole left inner leg through your left inner ankle. And then press into your right leg. Inhale back to center. Good. Hold. And then exhale. Go ahead. Hold the strap. Take a sit up. Inhale, head down. And then exhale, release your leg. Good. Okay, so keep your feet on the floor. All right, and now we're gonna grab a block, or if you don't have a block, just don't use it. So take your arms overhead. You can keep your hands shoulder distance apart and hold the block. And so he's holding the block with the heel of the hand. The fingers are reaching past the block. Firm your outer upper arms in. So the muscles around the shoulders begin to stabilize. And then inhale, take the arms overhead. Okay, so stop about 3/4 of the way. When you start to get challenged with this sense of keeping your back body on the floor, okay, so take your arms overhead a little bit more, Fitz, and pause right there and find your breath. So the core muscles are deep stabilizers. They're not prime movers. So as you exhale, hug your front ribs in towards your body. Good, so your whole back body is trying to be grounded. Now firm your outer upper arms in. Keep rolling the outer shoulders in. Okay, so if you could take your arms overhead a little bit more. Pull the inner arms away from your ears. Good, active breath. And then inhale, bring the block back up to center, holding. Good, and then I'll take the block and just release your hands all the way by your body and turn the palms up. Good. And take a nice long breath in and out. This puppy's so cute. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Good, and now roll over to your right side and press yourself up. Okay, so we're gonna take child's pose, Fitz. So go ahead and bring your knees together and put your forehead on the block. So whether you need the block or not, just try it with the block so you can get the feel of the upper arms more. All right. And Fitzgerald, bring your hands a little closer together. I'll move the block back. So go ahead and scooch back a little bit. All right. And bring your hands even closer together so they're shoulder distance apart. All right. And press the buttocks towards the heels. And he has some knee stuff, so this is about as far as he's going. Okay. And more importantly, as you press your palms down, make sure the index fingers face forward and lift the inner arms up. Good. Keep drawing your outer upper arms in towards the midline. And then from here, go ahead and look forward, lift your head, and take the collarbones forward. Widen this, collarbones. Now keep that lift, especially underneath the armpits. Put the head down. Good. Keep the arms active. Keep pressing strong through your hands, and now reach your buttocks towards your heels a little bit more. Okay, find your breath. Good. And then come on to your hands and knees in a tabletop position. Okay, and go ahead and you can move the block to the side. Good. And we're just going to take a few rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling and exhaling. Good. 3 more. Inhaling and exhale. Last 2. So just getting into that spot right behind the heart, right where the shoulder blades are. And exhale. Good. Okay, and then inhale, look up. And exhale, curl the toes, lift your hips, and come into downward dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. But we're going to use the wall for the whole practice. So put your feet up against the wall, Fitz. And come up high onto your tiptoes. And step your hands just a little bit more forward. So ideally your down dog should be the distance of your plank. And we'll get to plank in a moment. Come up to your tiptoes a little bit more and press your yeah, that's it. All right, so good. Settle into the pose. Find your breath. That's it. Drop the head. Give the head a little wiggle, waggle. Make sure the neckline is soft. Okay, and then spread the fingers and continue to ground down through your knuckles, and you're lifting the back of the pelvis right here, the sacrum up high. Okay, continue to firm the outer upper arms in, including the forearm bones, putting a little bit more weight into the inner hand. Now, bend your knees and lift the buttock bones up. Okay, so as you lift your buttock bones up, it's important to lift the front part of the pelvis up, lift the navel up. Now, without moving the pelvis, press your thigh bones back, just like you did a moment ago in the past pose. That was called Supta Padangusthasana. Good. So as you take your thigh bones back, breathe into the belly of the hamstrings. Continue to press the heels into the wall. That's it. And then breathe into your whole body and allow your whole body to work in this really congruent, integrative way. Good. So the eyes are soft. The breath helps you tap in to the feel of your body. Okay, one more breath here. Okay, now keep your heels at the wall. Inhale, shift into plank pose. And then coming into plank and pausing. So it's important to use your legs. So chin, chest forward. Good. Push your heels to the wall and take the top of the thighs up. So press your thighs into my hands. A little bit more. Really use your legs. So this has to lift up. Good. Okay, and then pull your head forward. Pull your sternum forward and put the arms in the sockets. Now turn the lower part of the belly on just a little more. One more breath here. Okay, now as slow as you can, exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Okay, so adding on. Okay, look between your hands and step your right foot between your hands. Good, and let's go ahead and grab the blocks. So once again, if you don't have the blocks, it's okay. All right, but the blocks are really useful. You could see how much he's just come up. All right, and then he's able to align his head over the hips. So for those that have taken my class before, I'm really big at looking at what's called the plumb line. Head over the pelvis, and everything is tracking. The bones of the body are stacked. So Fitz, put a little bit more weight into the inner heel. So with his arm, he's actually going to use the arm to move the leg closer to the midline. Move the right hip in, move the right shin in. Okay, now draw your chest forward just like you did with plank. And activate your back leg a little bit more. So keep pressing the top of the left thigh up and the left heel towards the wall. Okay. And then Fitz, see if you can turn the blocks down just one notch. And then even before you go into plank, you're finding plank in your upper body. Okay. Inhale, slowly step to plank. Good, and pause in plank. So outer upper arms firm, collarbones wide. So you want to honor the shoulder girdle. And then slowly exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Okay, and then look between your hands and step your left foot between your hands. Good, and you can turn the blocks up. Okay. All right, nice. Okay, so he's giving himself a lot of height here, and he's waiting for the psoas and the hip flexors to open up. All right, so ground your front heel and create traction in the front heel. So try to slide the shin bone back. Good, good, good. And at the same time, you're pinning this left hip into the midline. Now a little bit more Ardha Uttanasana in your upper back. Draw the shoulders away from the ears and continue to lift the top of the right thigh strongly, strongly up, letting the buttocks get heavy. Push against me a little more. That's it. All right, now possibly, and you feel this out, turn the blocks flat. Okay, and if this is working well, see if you can drop the buttocks a little more, keep the top of the right thigh active. And then inhale, go ahead, step into plank pose. Good, pausing in plank, keep the heels pressing against the wall. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Okay, so we're gonna stay in downward dog for a moment. Put the heel of the hand on the back of the block. Heel of the hand on the back. Now, you're gonna push the heel of the hand in towards the block and continue to move the top of the thighs straight back. Good. Lifting the kneecaps up, reaching the buttocks back. That's it. And then come down to your hands and knees. Good job. Okay. All right, so go ahead and move the blocks to the side. Good. And find tabletop for a moment, lifting your belly. Okay, and then exhale, curl the toes, lift your hips, and come into downward dog with your feet on the floor and the heels at the wall. The feet on the floor and the heels at the wall. Okay, good. And you can probably step your feet down a little bit more, Fitzroy, so the heels are trying to touch the floor. And the heels are still pressing against the wall, so that's how much you're pressing your legs back. That's a continual action that never stops, okay? All right, so the next pose would be best with a blanket nearby, a bolster, or a pillow, okay? Or very thin blocks. All right, now go ahead and just step your feet a tad bit forward, a tad, and walk your hands halfway back. So your heels will be on the floor, okay? So I'm gonna give him the blocks. If you're at home, grab your blocks or just be on your fingertips, okay? All right, now keeping your knees bent, bend your knees a lot. I'm gonna slide this bolster under the back of his knees. Good. Let's walk your feet just a tad forward. Nice, okay, and so for a lot of us, we lock the knees, thank you. And then the hips go forward and we lose the important part of the pose, which is the belly of the hamstring. So let's go ahead and come up to your fingertips even. That's it. Now bend the knees and look forward, look to the front of the mat, and try to flatten your upper back. Good. Now begin to pull the kneecaps up and lift the hamstrings up. And so you can see the bolster is keeping more of the weight towards the mound of the big toes. Do you feel this in your hamstrings?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hamstrings, you know, it takes some adjusting for a lot of us to get into the belly of the hamstring. So bend the knees as much as you need. Yeah, and keeping this feeling of a flat back, so your navel pulls forward, your sternum pulls forward, shoulders away from the ear, so that's a continual movement, okay? I always tell people in the practice, it's important to keep your body active. So it's an active meditation that you're creating. All right, try to pull the kneecaps up. Good, good, good. You're almost there. Okay, now walk your feet forward. Okay, good. Now you're gonna stay right there and begin to bend the knees and put your buttocks at the wall. And then walk your blocks a little bit more forward and possibly the feet just a smidgen. So we're trying to find a 90-degree angle. Okay, now go ahead and lift your torso and bring your hands to your hips. And you're gonna come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Try to bring your chest back to the picture, okay? Bring your chest all the way back. Voila, good. So stay here and breathe. So we're building some strength in the back of the legs. Lift your toes up, pull the shin bones back. Very good. Do you see how his knees are tracking? They're not buckling in because he's pulling the outer knees back. Good. Now reach the arms forward. That's it. Lift the lowest part of the abdomen up and then very slowly inhale, take your arms up. Good. All the way from the navel, extend. wrap and roll the outer upper arms forward. Good. Now from here, put your hands at the wall, and you're going to very slowly come up, firming the muscles around your thighs. Good job. And coming into Tadasana. Nice job, Fitz. Okay. So we're going to do some standing poses, which are very helpful for the lower back. So we're going to take tree pose with your right knee actually at the wall. And we're not squaring the hips. We're putting the knee more at like an 85-degree angle. Okay? All right, so tree pose, Vrikshasana. And put the right knee at the wall. You can
The
put
right
your
knee
left
at the wall?
Yeah, this is what I just did. Yeah, the right knee at the wall. Like that.
Oh.
He was in Tadasana. Okay, good. All right, so bring your right knee just a little bit more forward. So it's not so much about opening the knee, it's about keeping your pelvis squared. So put your hands on your hips. Now check in to see if your frontal hip bones are facing forward. Okay, so let's bring the knee forward a little. This is where a lot of us, kind of lose the pelvis. Now lift the navel up and firm your outer left hip in. So you want to really move this outer left hip in, more weight towards the mound of the big toe. Okay, go ahead, Fitzjoy. Take your arms up. Right, now, you can't really see this on the camera, but his right hip is higher than his left hip. So the top of the right thigh here, it goes down. Like if I have a strap, I'm moving the right femur down. Now activate your left thigh. Press your left hip in. And so as you start to find this midline, then you can lift the belly, lift out of the lower back, keep going all the way up. Climb the back ribs up. That's it, that's it. One more breath here. Come on, don't go in there. And then slowly release your hands. Good, and then switch sides, nice. Okay, did you feel the hip opening effect?
Feeling nothing. It's a little harder with that knee in the wall.
Well, because you can't, you have to work from the hip more.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead and angle the leg a little bit. Yeah, and hopefully it'll teach you to be on your standing leg a lot more. So straighten your right thigh as much as you can. Good, and try to keep the left buttock heavy. Okay, go ahead, reach the arms forward. And slowly inhale, take the arms up. Good. All right, so I'm gonna put the strap right on the thigh, and I'm giving him a little bit of a resistance here. So the left thigh descends, and firm your outer right hip in. Try to put more weight towards the mound of the big toe. Okay, now lift the navel. Good, keep your breath steady. Lift your upper back. So you're growing the torso, and where my hand is on his diaphragm, the diaphragm and front ribs move back to lift the upper back. So we want to create a lot of length in your lumbar. Good. Okay, one more breath here. And then slowly, slowly release. Nice. And then step into Tadasana. Nice, composed Tadasana. Good, Fitzjoy. Okay, so keep facing this way. Go ahead and just spread your legs really wide. We're going to take Virabhadrasana 2 and put your left foot up at the wall. And then turn your left toes in, heel out. Good, then spin your right leg to the front of the room. And then go ahead, bend your front leg, warrior 2. And let's take the arms all the way up, actually. And grab hold of your elbows. Okay, yeah, so getting him to lift out of the lower back and the lower belly. All right, now, you can see there's a little bit of adduction here. Okay, so first of all, the left foot, he's doing a great job. It's on an angle, but I could angle it a little bit more. Turn your left toes in, heel out. Yeah, go the other way. And turn this in, that's it. So the top of the left groin goes back, and really press the left thigh straight. Okay, now as you go up, descend your front thigh. Keep going. And then resist me. So pull your shin bone back and press your calf down. Good, so now you're driving the thigh bone into the hip. Okay, good, and the right buttock rolls under. Now lift the arms up. Good, and just like a Vrikshasana, you're lifting all 4 sides of the torso. Try to get the back ribs to lift more than the front ribs. That's it. And then go ahead and spread the arms. You can lightly touch the left wall. Look over your front hand. Good, deepen your bend and open your inner right knee so you get into the groin. Keep working your outer right hip in so you get into the hip, the outer hip. Good, and then very slowly straighten your leg, feet parallel, and bring your hands to your hips, and then slowly step your feet together. Okay, good, and we're gonna do the other side. So the Virabhadrasana 2, switching sides. And then put your right foot at the wall and spread your legs. Okay, and then breath by breath, rotate your right toes, inhale out, spin the left leg out, hold your elbows, and then as you go up with the torso, bend your front thigh. Good, okay, and so we're using the wall. You guys can't see what I see, but his inner leg really needs to pull up. So lift your right inner leg strongly. So you want to lift from the arch of the foot, put the pinky toe on the foot. Okay, and then from here, deepen your bend, and it's the chest that's squaring, so you're rolling your right chest back. Deepen your bend a little bit more. Okay, this hip is a little tighter. And then I'm gonna give him some resistance. So go ahead and move your shin bone back. So you wanna contract here. Pull the shin bone back, pull the outer knee back. Good, keep growing the torso. And then stretch the arms up. Good. Same thing, minimize the knee to back bend. Nice deep breath, breathe in like a container, breathe into the middle of the body. And then slowly spread the arms, good. And then Fitz, see if you can deepen the bend a little bit more. So you really open this whole inner leg area, keep wrapping the buttock under, good. One more breath. And then slowly straighten your leg, good, feet parallel. And we're gonna take a wide-legged forward bend. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, fold. And we'll start by grabbing your outer ankle bones, okay? Outer ankle bones. Okay, our dog is going crazy here. All right, now hold your outer ankle bones, bend the knees a little. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and exhale, fold, okay? All right, so use the heel of the hand to draw the outer ankles in. And continue to spread the toes. It's a family affair here. And spread the inner thighs apart. Good. Relax your head. That's it. Lift the inner shoulders. And you're going to use the weight of the head to help you descend. And we're going to do some standing poses. Standing poses are amazing to ground, amazing for the lower back. Good. And then inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips. And inhale, come all the way up to stand. Good job. And then slowly bring your feet together. Good, Tadasana. All right, so go ahead and turn around and face the fireplace. And we're gonna do Uttita Parshvakonasana, but we're gonna start in Vira 2. So spread your legs wide. Good, put your left foot at the wall. Inhale, spread the arms. Turn the left toes in, heel out. Rotate the right leg out. Exhale, bend your front leg. Good. Okay, now continue to press your left inner ankle bone up, your left inner thigh up, and without losing that, exhale, reach out. Put your hand to the block. Good, and I'm gonna have the block all the way up so we get into the hip more. And turn your left chest back. So pretend I'm a wall and lean back against me. And keep moving your right buttock under. Deepen your bend a little more so you get into the hip and slide the right femur back. Good, now take your left arm over your ear for extended side angle. Nice, and think of the opposite end. So press the left foot into the wall, press the left thigh back. Good, keep reaching the left arm as if you were pushing against another wall with the left arm, and keep your head stacked over your hips. That's it, one more breath here. And then slowly inhale, lift your top arm. Good, and come all the way up. Okay, straighten your leg and turn your feet parallel. Good job. Now slowly step your feet together. Good. And turn around and switch sides. Okay. Oh. Okay, so right toes in, heel out, left leg out. And when you're ready, Fitz, go ahead and go into Warrior 2. And try to keep some weight towards the inside of the foot. You're on the outside of the legs a lot. Okay, good. So make this outer leg work a little more for you. All right, now spread your toes and ground the pinky toe side of your back foot. Even more. Pinky toe side of the foot. Wake it up. Okay, now put the hand on the block. And keep reaching the top arm up. Okay, so when the top arm is up, you have a little bit more mobility to lean the chest back. Good. Keep the abdomen reaching and lifting. And then slowly inhale, take the arm up and over your ear. Extended side angle. Good. Find your breath. And then continue to deepen your bend and slide the femur back. Slide the left buttock back. That's it. Put a little bit more weight on the back foot. Straighten your inner right knee. Come on, press the right thigh back. Good. Are you feeling something?
Feeling my last flight.
Inhale, take your right arm up. That side's tighter, isn't it? And come all the way up to Viratu. Good job. Now straighten your legs slowly. Turn your feet parallel. We're going to take another forward bend. Hands to your hips. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, fold. And you can shorten the stance a tad if you like, okay? And go ahead and bring the hands towards the floor. Good. And then inhale, look up for Prasarita Padottanasana A. And then exhale, fold. Okay, good. All right, so same thing. Keep your feet active. Okay, I find a lot of our feet fall asleep in the poses. So your outer shins are pulling in, inner ankles are lifting. Good. Elbows are parallel, and move your hands back a little bit more. And yeah, just stay with your breath. Good. It's important to really just keep connecting to the breath, move the breath through the body. Good. Inner hand is solid. Inner shoulders are lifting. Back of the hamstrings are lifting. Good. Okay, inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, hands to hips and firm the hips. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. And slowly bring your feet together. Good.
Ready?
Yeah. He's gonna jump. All right, super. So we're gonna do triangle pose, but we're gonna do it a different way with the foot on the block. So if you don't have blocks, you can use a big book, depending on how big your feet are. And so Fitzjoy, you're gonna stand with your right foot at the wall, and you're gonna step your left foot back, and we'll do heel to heel. And then you'll reach out and put your hand on this block, okay? Come here. She wants to help out. Put your right foot at the wall and turn to face the fireplace. Oh, your left foot, sorry. Yeah, that's it, and heel to heel. Okay, good. Now, see how you kind of go to the pinky toe side of the foot? Try to get more weight to the inside of the foot. Good. Lift your kneecap, and then go ahead. Take the arms up for a moment, straight up to the ceiling. Lift the navel, firm your back leg. And then go ahead, exhale, slowly reach out, keeping your hip bones lifted, touch the block. Yeah, it's actually harder to touch the block. And the left arm goes straight up to the ceiling. Okay, now keep pressing the top of the left thigh straight. Good. And as the top of the left thigh presses straight, keep rolling your chest back. That's it. Watch your front ribs. You don't want to make it a back bend. And think of growing the head towards the wall. Okay? Good. Put a little bit more effort towards the mound of the big toe. That's it. One more breath. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. She's helping you. And then slowly press and inhale, come all the way up. Good. All right. So then go ahead and come off the block. Feet parallel and switch sides. You're such a good helper. All right, good. So it is more intense. It'll help you really lift the thigh bone, which will rotate the hip more and it gets you better into your lower back. Okay, good. All right, now go ahead and when you're ready, inhale, take the arms up. Okay, keep your right thigh super firm. Excuse me, your left thigh, which is your back leg. I'm doing opposite. And then exhale, reach out. Put the hand to the block. Good. I'll bring it a little closer. Okay, super. Now lift your toes, Fitz, like you did on the other side, and put a little bit more effort towards the mound of the big toe. Big toe. So you want to put, yeah, you're on the outside of your ankle. Try to put more weight there. Okay, now grow the torso. Lengthen all four sides of the torso. Okay, so I'm going to use her as a weight. That's it. Good. Now soften your right ribs, your top ribs. Lengthen your chest. And keep firming that outer right thigh. Good. Your back leg into your midline. 2 more breaths. See if you can lift the front thigh up even more. Good. Lean your chest back slowly. And then inhale, come all the way up. Good job. All right, so take the feet off the block and turn your feet parallel now. Okay. All right, let's face this way right here, where I am. You felt that? Good. Spread your legs. We're going to take another forward bend. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Okay? All right, so inhale, spread the arms. And now hold the strap. For him, he's going to hold the straps. For other people, they can interlace. Pull the shoulders back, and then exhale, fold forward. Okay? Good, and put a little bend in the knees. And then go ahead and try to reach your shoulder heads off the chest. Pull these guys back, firming the legs. Good, breath is smooth. That's it. Keep your legs active. So even though we're stretching the hamstrings, the front of the thighs are pulling up. Okay, so I'm gonna really encourage you to explore where can you build more sensation. Outer ankles are firm. It's the sensation that really keeps our mind present. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, now root, inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, hands to hips. Okay, good. So go ahead and bring your feet together. And we're almost there. We have 2 more standing poses. Now, Fitzjoy, face the front of the room. And so we're going to do Parshvottanasana, which is pyramid pose, with your right foot on the block. And it's going to do the same work that Triko did. So step your left foot back a lot and angle the back foot. Good. All right, then spread the arms and come into your version of reverse namaste. Okay, and you can also grab the elbows. All right, now inhale, lift your chest up. And then exhale, fold forward. So stop about halfway and treat it as a balancing pose. Okay, so your back leg is your anchor. Make the left thigh straight. Roll your left inner thigh to your outer thigh. Think of tipping more weight onto your right big toe. So he's all in his right hip. So go pull your right hip in. Go forward with your chest. There's a twist here. So turn, lift, lift. That's it. Good, good, good. Now, without losing any weight on your right big toe, pin that front hip in. That's it. And it goes right into the belly of the hamstring. Okay, one more breath here. Good. Now, inhale. Come all the way up. Keep your hands and see if you can step on the block. And flex your left foot and pull the inner thighs up. Keep hugging your hips in. Now reach your arms down. And slowly come off the block. Good job. All right. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Good, and when you're ready, keep your hips square, back foot on an angle. Inhale, lift your chest up, and exhale, fold. Okay, so pin the big toe down. Inside of the foot is heavy. Good, inside of the back of the foot is lifted. So roll your right hip forward. Yeah, so for a lot of us, if we have crooked pelvises, there's a tendency, especially in these asymmetrical poses, to lean on one side, okay? All right, we're gonna put our little prop here for Fitzjoy. Now keep working your left hip back and extend your chest forward, Good, now as you go forward, pull the top of the left thigh back, just like you did in Supta Arun Gustasana. And when you're ready, good, good, good. Slowly come up.
20-pound prop.
And then step. Good. Find your balance. Pull your inner thighs up. Reach the fingers to the floor. Keep spreading the collarbones. She's a trip. And then slowly step off the block. All right. Good job. So now we're going to do Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. I'm going to talk him through this, and I'm going to help him. What's happened? She likes to hang. She's a yogi. All right, so let's use the strap and adjust the strap so you can put your hand where the buckle is. Your arm stays straight, so go ahead and put your right foot in the strap. Good. And walk your hand to the buckle. See if you can get and then I'm going to help him. Okay, now you can use the wall at home, all right, unless you have a human prop. So pull your right shoulder back, pull this back, go towards the bathroom. and then square your chest. All right, now press your left thigh straight and descend your right thigh. Okay, so flex your foot. Nice smooth breath. So the work is really this left leg. Good. Now slowly inhale, take the leg out to the side. That's it. And now work your standing leg. So press the left thigh straight, firm the left hip in, flex your right heel, and roll the inner thigh to the outer thigh. Good. So your buttocks are level. Okay, inhale back to center. Good. Now put both hands on your hips. Hold steady. Good. Try to keep your hips level. Good. Pull your right hip in, and then step your feet together. Tadasana. Good. Very good. All right, and switch sides. Come over here. All right, and then hold steady. Good. Put your right hand on your hip. Breathe. Flex your left foot. Okay, so your left thigh is still pulling into the hip socket. Press your right thigh straight. Good. All right, now lift your chest. Think of the left arm pulling into the socket. Good. And then inhale, slowly take the leg out to the side. And think more about your standing leg. Flex your foot. Roll the inner thigh to the outer thigh. Yeah, this hip is much tighter, isn't it? Stand your standing leg a little more. Good. And you just work with it. You work with these imbalances. Inhale, back to center. Good. Put the hands on the hips. Hold steady. Do something. Good. Keep your chest up, upper back. Lift it. Breathe. Good. And slowly, slowly release. All right. Nice job. Okay. So we're going to keep this a pretty basic practice, and we're going to go to the wall for bridge pose. So go ahead and fits. You're going to lie on the wall. And so if you have the 2 blocks, you'll put your 2 blocks long ways at the wall, like this, and turn around and put your feet at the wall. And if you don't have the 2 blocks, you'll just do bridge pose with your feet facing the wall. Okay. So go ahead and lie down and walk your buttocks in as much as you can. So this is another great pose for the lower back. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to encourage him, and a lot of times when I teach trainings, I put straps on people's legs, but we'll go a little easier today. Okay, so find your breath and really lengthen your lower back. Okay, the dog's going crazy. Inhale, lift your hips and come. Hey, sorry, we're still on. Come over here. Come into bridge pose. Okay, come on. Come on, crazy dog. All right, now come into bridge and put the knees all the way at the wall. Okay, so it doesn't have to be your highest bridge yet. All right, now keep your knees at the wall to help keep your legs straight and lift the tailbone up. Keep breathing. Okay, try to get on the insides of the feet. Can you see how much are on the outsides? Balls of the feet. Good, now from here, put your thumbs right on the buttocks and try not to, keep your knees at the wall. Lengthen the buttocks. A lot of us grip the buttocks to lift the hips. Pull the upper buttocks towards your hamstrings. Now, try to connect to the lowest part of the belly. Exhale, relax the belly. Good. Interlace your hands. Roll the shoulders under the body a little more. Good. Keep breathing smooth. There you go. Find your inner groins. That's it. One more breath. And exhale, release. Okay, we'll do it. I mean, this really, it like sedates her. I mean, seriously. All right. We're going to do it one more time. Are you feeling your legs? Good. Mm-hmm. All right. So take a nice long breath. And then inhale, lift, and come into bridge. Good. All right, so right now, go ahead and bend your elbows and reach your fingers to the ceiling. Yeah, put your thumbs next to your hips. Okay, good. Now roll your shoulders under the body a little more and take the skin on the outer hip and firm it in. Good. Try to get the inner thighs to go down so you lengthen the front of the pelvis more. Now keep breathing. Good. So you want to find a neutral pelvis. It's easier said than done because of the stickiness of the hip flexors. lift the lower belly towards your spine. So exhale, frontal hip bones lift. Okay, now put your thumbs on the upper buttocks and lengthen the flesh of the buttocks towards the hamstrings. So you want to create a wide feeling in your sacrum. Okay, now the bottom buttocks lift up. Now from here, keep your thumbs where they are. Move your knees away from the wall and contract your shin bones. Shin bones back, buttocks long. Shin bones back, buttocks long to fire up the belly of the hamstrings. Good. Now interlace your hands the other way. Roll the shoulders under. Breathe. And then slowly exhale. Release. All right. Good job, Fitzjoy. Look at her.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Planes tied you up.
Yeah. All right, put your feet at the wall so you're doing an upside down chair pose. So bend your knees so they're up. Good. All right, take your right ankle over your left knee and flex your right foot. So we want to try to keep the buttocks at the wall, or excuse me, the buttocks on the floor. Put your hand, your right hand here, and gently roll your right inner thigh towards the wall. And you can put your left hand on the top of the left thigh if you like. Seriously. We just got a new puppy and she has so much character. She's doing a massive side effect. It's like she has no weight.
14 hours.
She has no weight in her. Good. And you'll be here for, she heard it. She'll be, you want the other side? You'll be here for 10 minutes. Good. That's it. And try to get your buttocks all the way on the floor. If you are more open, more experienced, you can sit up and do double pigeon where you cross your ankle over your knee. Good. So think of both buttocks dropping and becoming heavy. Flex your foot. Okay, it's really important, especially for all of us that are home, to do something each day. Do your practice, exercise, keep your bodies moving. And I'm going to try to keep posting. Okay? If Fitzjoy doesn't mind being my model. And then go ahead and switch sides. Good. And flex your foot, drop the buttocks. And so let the buttock bones get heavy. Yeah, and start to get to know your body. Our body's constantly having this conversation with us. Understand if one hip is tighter, one hip is hiked up more. That's it. Keep rolling.
They are. I can't get my butt
Yeah,
to the
I
floor.
see.
It's tight.
Keep rolling the inner thigh to the outer thigh and the bent leg. Good. That's it. Just a couple more breaths. Good, one more. And then go ahead and slowly exhale, release. Okay, now put both feet at the wall, keep your buttocks on the ground. Put your hands on your upper thighs, draw your chin to your chest. Okay, and we're gonna take 5 slow breaths, so get ready. Inhale slow, fill up each part of the ribs, hold, and then exhale, direct it down. Push your thigh bones down and see if you can feel the lowest part of the abdomen and empty out the breath and hook the tailbone. Good. Again, inhale. Get the breath moving. Good. And then exhale. So continue to get more familiar with the base of the exhale, the pausing, emptying out, both arms straight. 3 more on your own. Okay, so for those of you that at home, just continue to expand your breath. That's it. And then exhale. All the breath. Last 2. Good. So at the base of the exhale is where a lot of the potent energy from the subtle body exists. Okay. For a lot of us, it's scary, the base of the exhale. So go ahead and connect to it, explore it. Okay. Also a practice like this, the grounding practice, just helps us feel more safe, more connected to our bodies. Okay. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And just scoot yourself up a little bit more. Actually, you can stay there, Fitz. And we're gonna take I'll move. We'll take a simple spinal twist. So take your arms out to the side. Drop your knees over to the right. Good, and put your right hand on your left thigh. Yeah, and you can keep the feet at the wall like he's doing. And turn your left palm up. And try to relax the left shoulder. So you're still active with the breath. We're just slowly coming down. Okay, and this class was an hour. But, you know, as you move through the rest of the day today, notice just what an hour of yoga can do. It's pretty potent. Okay. Good. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And then switch sides. She fell asleep. Oops. Okay. Sorry, we're waking her up. How did you just fall asleep? Turn your palm up. Good. And let the whole shoulder head open. And then go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. And I think for today, and if you have a bolster at the wall, you're welcome to do Shavasana lying flat like we started, or go ahead, Fitz, scoot yourself up. Only because we've both been on planes, I'm gonna give him the option for Vipriti Karani. Okay? And so he lifts his hips and release. How's that feel, okay? Do you want the other bolster? Okay. And then I'm gonna put another strap right here on the feet. Now I encourage you to lay here for 10 minutes. If you're just lying flat in Shavasana, 10 minutes is great. You can sit up, do a little meditation from there. And of course a prayer. Namaste. And let me know if there's any other types of classes that you would like us to do. Here you go. Do you want to say goodbye, Fitz?
Namaste, motherfuckers.
You want to say goodbye? Peace out.